What's up, everyone? Obara here, and welcome back to Death Mart. Last time we fought off Shimio and got both good ending and bad ending. I wonder if this goes with the veil. What chapter will the goes with the veil of fear? Kind of curious about that. Also, Christy still has the mark, and both Sho and Mashita already left the mansion. So Christy is left with us for the next hunt, and she'll probably be part of our partner list for the next one. I think that's gonna be the reoccurring team. Like, one character is gonna be on the next hunt so that they won't overload with us on new characters. You see, like what happened to Mashita. He stayed for the next hunt because he had a reason to like investigate the honeybee family. And now Christy stays for the next hunt because she wasn't cursed by Shimio, but instead she was cursed by another spirit. Also, I uploaded like one YouTube short because I couldn't upload a video on a Sunday. So there's that. So yeah, let's begin. I guess now we talk to Mary, right?
何かご用でしょうか。
Are you retiring to bed? Yep,
おやすみなさい。
rest. And now go to chapter 3. Chapter 2 end. Yeah, that is the title screen. The forest where Shimiya resides in. It's been 3 days since Shimiyo's defeat. Mashita and Sho have left, leaving only Christy and I at the mansion. We've not had any new mark bearers arrive, nor any new info on the spirits. Yeah, like, what's the use of Mary then? Death's footsteps keep drawing closer. Like, do we just sit here
お疲れ
and
様です。
wait for new mark bearers? And pretty much wait for our deaths? Good work, Christy-sama and Yashiki-sama. Did you obtain any clues? No, nothing really. I'd hope, but I see. Lady Saya's study seemed optimal to contain something of interest. Christy and I just finished investigating Sayakujo's study. It had been full of mountains of specialized books and piles of reports. It was a daunting task, but we did our best to search through them regardless. Except, it was all futile. Everything was about healing the spirit. Nothing mentioned the mark at all. Healing the spirit does in fact get rid of the mark though. So in a way, it kinda does connect with the mark too, right? Hey, Yashiki-san, don't you think it's useless to keep searching the mansion? I think so too, like, there's really nothing in here. And before, we also had Mashita to investigate around. But right now we have you, a fucking reporter, who has amnesia about where she got her mark from. So yeah, well, remember what I said about H? Oh, okay, well, now we'll visit there, huh? But isn't that the family, the honeybee family resides? So that's pretty useless, right? Right, of course you would. I was thinking, maybe the shrine is connected to all the spirit stuff. That's what Shimiyo's note said, right? Everything happening in the forest is the divine wrath of each shrine. Okay. That is interesting. How did you think of that now, after 3 days in here? Then you think of the mark and the spirit activity are because of this divine wrath? It's definitely a possibility. Disasters happen in many ghost stories and myths because of the wrath of gods. Straight away, I can't really think of ghost stories like that. Isn't there any value looking into it? Maybe. We don't really have anything to lose if we try to look into it though. That's our only lead. Exactly what I'd expect from you. Always so quick on the uptake. Christy is brimming with confidence. She seems in a much better mood than she was 3 days ago. She's a famous reporter after all, so maybe this is what she's really like? So Mary, I'd like to go see H Shrine. You don't mind, do you? She can't really move, right? She can't really stop us. It is true that many unpleasant rumors surround that forest. All the more reason we have to investigate it then, right? If the cause is a shrine, there may be some clues there. But even if there are, if it's spiritual, then how are normal humans like us supposed to find it? Christy and I don't have spiritual powers. I mean, Christy's prayers worked really well last time. In that case, could you— oh, we're taking Mary now. Could you bring me along with you to a shrine? I should be able to sense the presence of anything spiritual. I can act as a guide as well. You know that shrine? I wonder if Mary's gonna be like an option to be our partner. Yes, in truth, it enshrines the guardian oh, okay. The guardian deity of Kujo family. What the fuck do you mean by the guardian? Do all families in Japan have that? Like, I don't know, man. Or do like just spiritual families? Kind of like Sayakujo. Over the generations, the heads have taken care— oh, okay. This is like pretty much the shrine maiden or some shit. However, that came to an end after the recent war resolved. As one who serves the Kujos, I am concerned about its present state. Then, bringing you along would mean I have to carry you, don't I? Of course you do. Like, just grab her head and drag her along, as it is impossible for me to walk. I would agree with that assessment. It's like Mary. It's like the formal term for no shit, Sherlock. I'm sorry to inconvenience you. An overgrown forest in the dead of the night. I'm sure nothing bad will happen, right? I'm not looking forward to having to carry Mary all the way to the shrine. Make a cart then. Like, put her in a trolley or something. You look worn out and we haven't left. It's a small price to pay if you can get any hints about the spirits. That's true. I think Mary's eager about this too, so I'll just have to deal with it, I suppose. Okay, let's go back to the forest. So we're gonna go to the area with bees again, right? Probably, that's what's gonna happen probably then. Now we go to the forest again and we check out that bees maybe. Before we leave, we put Mary in the back seat like a fucking child. Thank God she's not as heavy as she looks. Hey, that's rude, man. Don't tell her that. I should be able to carry her just fine. By the way, Mr. Yashiki, have you read the files over there? What files? She points to the right side of the room and shelves packed with files. Yeah, I didn't notice that. I didn't know we could read that. Not yet. I've searched most of the mansion, but I haven't checked the garage. Oh, really? Then we conveniently find something in here. The last thing we fucking check. Christy grabs a file and flips through the pages. Looks like articles on various crimes. The clippings cover every incident in each city and the surrounding area. Was Miss Kujo looking into criminal activity? Any of it look related to the mark? No, not as far as I can tell. These are all extremely old. Maybe they're like the origin of like the spirits that gives the mark. The most recent is dated 5 years ago, which was 5 years ago was the same one as in with the Hanahiko, right? It adds up. She puts the file back. Alright. Should we head out soon? And we're gonna see the same road. I mean, of course, we're heading back to the forest anyway. I park outside the entrance of the forest and gather Mary into my arms. Damn, I'm just princess carrying Mary then. We make our way to the familiar arch. There's still a long way to go. Do I have to manually go there? A middle-aged man carrying a doll. Shut the fuck up. You're practically a ghost story yourself if someone sees you here. Oh my god. Why is Mary so creepy? I am very sorry to cause you such trouble. Mary stares up at me as I hold her. This is straight up from a fanfiction. Her skin and hair glint bewitchingly when the light from the flashlight catches them. I have not been outside in a long time. And to go hiking in the arms of such a fine gentleman, oh, thank you. I am a fine gentleman, Mary. This is a very precious experience. She sounds as dispassionate as ever, but is she actually having fun? I mean, she called me a fine young man, so I'll take it. Still, it is just as the rumors say. This forest is filled with these curses and resentment of the dead. Simply their presence is enough to drive the living mad. The land is tainted. I can see why it has given birth to such monstrous spirits. I bet if you track down the cause of it, it'll be the divine rat. Let's hurry to the shrine. Okay, I guess I'll automatically go in there. Aren't there bees in here? I guess since the story is gonna progress, the bees are gonna be gone now. We reach the old Torii gate with no trouble. We stand and watch for a while, but nothing comes out of the beehives. Oh yeah, they're gone now. They seem to be sleeping. Are bees nocturnal? It is most likely because Shimiya is now gone. Each shrine is up those stone steps. At Mary's direction, we walk towards the gate. A small black shadow flits across our feet. It's the rabbit again. Yup, it is the rabbit. It's that rabbit again. So this is the rabbit you told me about, Yashiki-sama. You are correct. It is very cute. Did I tell Mary that it was cute? The rabbit stares up at the two of us. Do rabbits sound like that? Like, ah. They're like farting. Then disappears towards the shrine. What in the world was that about? What do you think, Mary? I felt a strange presence. It appears to be possessed by some kind of soul. Oh, so that's why it's helping us. Yeah, maybe it's the soul of Sayakujo. So it's a spirit too. Indeed. Though it does not appear strong enough to give marks to humans. We know nothing of its true nature, so please proceed with caution. Yeah, I think it's Sayakujo's soul, since the rabbit has been helping us quite a lot. And the voice is probably also the rabbit. Like, I'm just making baseless assumptions here, okay? We follow the rabbit under the Torii gate and up the stone steps. It is a shrine. At the top, we find the wilderness creeping in. There doesn't seem to be anything here but an old altar. Is this a shrine? Sadly, it has fallen into disrepair. The war was over 50 years ago. I suppose this was to be expected. The black rabbit is gone. Deserted shrines give me the creeps. Let's hurry up and get to searching so we don't stay here long. A headless Jesus. I thought it was a Jesus statue again. It is a Buddha statue. Headless Buddha statues are buried in the ground. Creepy. I wonder what happened here. What is this? Is this also Buddha? Let's look at this one. There's a sacred Shimenawa rope on a ragged boulder. I wonder if that boulder is an Iwakura. What's an Iwakura? What's that? According to an ancient Shinto tradition, it's a sacred rock that a god descended on. It's not uncommon for the rock itself to become an object of devotion. Oh, okay. This is a feng shui mirror. It's a wooden shrine altar. A clouded mirror serves as the Goshintai. Looks like it's true that no one's taken care of this space for a long time. What was that? I peek inside the altar just in case, but all I find is a thick layer of dust. The Goshintai is outside and the altar is empty. That's concerning. Is there supposed to be something in there? I don't think there's any more we can search. The Buddha statues concern me. They're all headless, yeah. Why are all the ones within the shrine missing their heads? Shinto and Buddhism were ordered to be separated during the Meiji period. Before then, many shrines were dedicated to both. Each shrine was much the same. But in the Meiji period, there was a push to make Shinto the main religion. The faiths were forced apart. I mean, nowadays, what's Japan's religion? Is it Buddhism? Extremists stole the Buddhist statues from shrines and desecrated them. Oh, the famous anti Buddhist movement. So, this is where that happened. No, it was done in a public space as they wanted to make a show of it. The broken statues were carried here to serve as a memorial for worship. The Kujo family head was said to be aggrieved, so he moved them in secret. It seems that all the broken statues from around each city were buried here. But why are they appearing now? Strange. You said they were worshipped, but this place is pretty much a ruin. You have a keen eye, Yashiki-sama. The shrine was subsequently dug up and the statues were stolen. Oh, okay. So, are these the same statues that were stolen? So they came all the way into this huge forest just to carry off broken statues? Who would do something like that? That I do not know. I merely heard they were stolen 50 years ago, around the time of the war. How long is Mary alive anyway? So the statues were broken, thrown away and then dug up. They say the Buddha has a wealth of patience, but even he'd get angry. Could that anger have turned to divine wrath and given birth to the mark and spirits? Mary, have you been able to feel the presence of any spirits or whatever? Like, why does Mary have her own CG here instead of just a sprite? About that, this land is much more foreboding than I had imagined. The enmity of the forest swallows all else. It is hard to sense beneath it. So, too much background noise, right? Yes, although I do sense the same presence as Christy Sapma's mark, however faint. I am sure the spirit that gave her the mark is somewhere in the forest. So the setting is still the forest then. So after all that, we were only able to reconfirm something we already knew. Forgive me, I was unable to... You don't have to apologize, Mary. We learned plenty of value here. What do you mean? I'll tell you on the way back. Oh, she regained her memories then. Probably. First, let's get the hell out of here. This place gives me the creeps. Maybe it's the ill will Mary sends. Oh, okay, so I have to go back manually. Maybe it's because something's gonna happen on the way back. Yeah, we leave H Shrine, walking down the Beast Trail toward the forest entrance. Maybe it's because of that strange tale, but for some reason, I feel like someone is watching us from the darkness of the trees. Another spirit. So there were two spirits in this forest, Shimiyo and this new one. Interesting. Okay, conversation on the way back. We begin driving back to the mansion. As we break out of the dense forest, I can see building lights pop up here and there. Well, that was a complete waste of time. My anxiety lifted. I don't even bother to filter the words that slip out of my mouth. Oh, I don't think that's true. It's all coming together for me. Okay, she's remembering things now at least. Without further prodding, Christy starts in on her new theory, passion evident in her voice. I believe Shimiyo was right. H Shrine is definitely what's causing all the strange stuff in the forest. Do you think Shimiyo was cursed by the same one that cursed Christy then? But earlier, I'm sure it's those stolen statues. Don't you agree? I wonder. It feels like we just don't have enough info at this point to say one way or the other. But there's no denying that a lot of strange things are going on in that forest. Between all the suicides, Shimiyo wandering around, couldn't be just coincidence, could it? If we research the shrine, we might learn more about the mark. I feel that's a lot safer than risking our lives looking for the spirit. Don't you think? Yeah, that is true. You might be right. Huh. Huh. Fucking villager responses. My replies are half hearted, which isn't what Christy was hoping for. So she falls silent. An awkward, uncomfortable silence settles. Yashiki-sama, please stop the car. I'm getting motion sick. Mary speaks for the first time since we entered the car. What is it? I sense a presence similar to Lady Christie's mark close by. Huh? At the road? The spirit is at the road, or is the spirit in the car? Oh my god. That's gonna be insane. Following Mary's request, I park in a vacant rest stop on the outskirts of each city. Christy and I step out of the car. Oh, there is something there. Gah. My mark is Oh, my mark is burning. My mark is suddenly scalding. Is something nearby? Look! Someone's over there. Oh. Someone's at the payphone. A child. A small girl steps out of the telephone box. Why is the kid outside at this time of the night? That's not a kid. That's a fucking monster. Thank you for bringing me out here this late at night, Eita. Eita? I got to talk with Hanayomi. Who the fuck is Hanayomi? And Eita. Oh yeah? Glad to hear it. Oh my god, it's me. A rather round young man appears, stepping out of the shadows. Why the fuck are you with a child? Okay, that is fucking sus. Fingerless gloves. You got your question answered, Suzu? Yeah, it's okay now. I wonder if they're the mark bearers now. Hanayomi sure is amazing though. She knows where everything is. Oh, he got that right. Is that... Okay, I thought the one on his shirt was Hanayomi. And Hanayomi was a ghost idol or something. She helped me find my limited edition Love and Hero phone strap that I dropped. Should I do a voice on him? I'm not sure. What's Love and Hero? Oh, you don't know? To be fair, you need an iCube. I don't fucking know, man. They're a popular idol group here. They've been all over the TV lately. I'm surprised you haven't heard. TV's restricted at home. Mom says it rots your brain. Look at this. Yeah, look at this man. Oh, Eita, is the bus coming soon? Oh, the last bus is on its way. I can't keep doing that voice. We better go. We'll be in big trouble if your mom finds out we went out. Are they siblings? We watched from a distance for a while, but it's hard to determine their relationship. The pain from my scar is suddenly gone. Okay, so the girl is probably a ghost. Huh. Hey Christy, what do you think? I turn, but Christy isn't there. Hey, you there, just how do you know that girl? Depending on your answer, okay, she's being a Karen. I'll report you for child abduction. Yep. She's being a Karen. Well, there goes Christy hounding the poor guy. I mean, yeah, it is kind of suspicious. You with a little girl at this time of the night. Just calm down, okay, Christy? Calm the fuck down. Chill. I try to placate her, but she won't placate? Yeah, whatever. But she won't budge. Uh, um, uh, I, 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 I. The man stumbles over his words. He looks flustered and overwhelmed. Hey lady, don't be mean to Eita. The girl rushes to stand defensively in front of him and glares at us. She seems a lot more level-headed than the flustered guy behind her. I asked him to help me, okay? I wanted to talk to Hanayomi, so I had him come with me. Who's this Hanayome you keep mentioning? A ghost. Oh, Hanayome is the ghost. So, is Hanayome at the phone booth? A ghost who helps find things. People say that you can talk to her from this telephone box. A ghost, huh? She looks at me. We're both thinking the same thing. Now, of course, we're gonna try it out. Earlier, the mark was hurting, so maybe Christie's mark was probably hurting too then. You guys look serious. Oh, what's going on? He nervously glances between us. Does this scar look familiar at all? I showed him the mark on my right arm. Hey, hold on. What is this? That looks exactly like mine. Okay, they are mark bearers then. He pulls off one of his gloves and reveals the mark on his hand. It's the cursed scar. I saw an article on it on OOP Arts Monthly. They say it causes amnesia, even kills you. But that's nonsense. Uh, It's not all true, right? Right? Sounds like he'd heard the rumors but chose to not do anything about it. That's no surprise, really. It's tough to believe it's real until your memory loss starts becoming noticeable. Oh no, she has the same mark. I've got one of those too. Oh no, okay. It showed up on my left wrist when I made that phone just now. She got the mark just now. Pulling up her sleeve, she shows us her mark. They both have the mark, and after calling Hanayome, so Hanayome is the one, is the ghost that we're looking for right now. That's more than a coincidence. Do you think Christie's ghost mark giver, is Hanayome? Probably. Well, we can't just leave them here. Let's bring them to the mansion. We tell them what's going on and ask them to go to Kujo Mansion with us. I wonder what their reaction would be to seeing Mary in the car. It surprisingly doesn't take much to get them to come. I thought it'd take more convincing. Could partially be because they missed the last bus while talking with us. Before they climb in, I warn Mary to stay quiet until we get back. Might be a bad idea to freak them out. Okay. We get to see their reaction back in the mansion then, not in the car. First we introduce ourselves. The man's name is Eita Nakamatsu. The girl's name is Suzu Morimiya. They tell us they met through the reader's column in OOP Arts Monthly. Suzu mentioned she was interested in Hanayome and Eita told her what he knew. Then she pestered him into bringing her to the rumored telephone box. They were out this late because of her. Her parents sound pretty strict. And now we're taking her to the mansion, like what the hell? Her mother keeps a close eye on her after school and she needs permission to go out. So she snuck out of the house after her mother went to bed. Hanayome is just as famous at my school as Hanahiko is. Hey Eita, please tell them about those rumors. Do I have to? Okay, fine. Eita reluctantly tells us at Suzu's request. They're just rumors I heard, but... here comes the fucking lore. Hanayome. What did she say? Why is their neck long? Oh, it's also the one on the title screen, the girl with the veil. Hey, remember that one story? You know, the one about the public phone box in H City? There's a ghost that looks like a bride, and she'll find what you're looking for. One of my friends actually tried it. He went to the specific phone box that lets you talk with ghosts. The phone suddenly started ringing. He slowly picked up the phone, but all he could hear was this weird smacking noise. Ew, that's kind of fucking disgusting. He stayed on the line until... Did you see it? What did we see anyway? He heard a woman whisper. So he did what the rumor said to do and said, "No, I haven't seen it." Then she said, "What do you want to see?" His cat had gone missing, so he asked where it was. When he looked where the woman said it was, it really was there. So the rumors are totally true. I want to go ask her where my future bride is now. Oh, wanna come with me? I thought girls were the ones rumoring. I guess it was a guy after all. Also, I don't know if rumoring is a word. I meant gossiping. Okay, my bad. There. he just slammed Mary into the couch. Choke slam her. I carry Mary from the car and gently place her back on the sofa. Thank you very much. Being in your arms is not is she flirting with me? But I am most calm when I am here. Is this doll flirting with me? The doll really talked. Yes, she did. I can't say I expected that. Then, does that mean all that stuff about the mark is true too? On the way over, we updated Suzu and Eita with just about all they needed to know. They may not completely believe us, but they're not rejecting it outright either. It seems like Eita in particular has already experienced some memory loss. Something about forgetting the names of anime characters or voice actors. Christy looked at him strange, but he appears to be taking it quite seriously. And Suzu snuck out of her house because she believed the rumors about Hanayome. They both believed in the occult already. I'm pretty sure they'll help us find a way to escape the mark. Granted, they're also really curious about Hanayome. Pardon me, but may I speak? The marks on Suzu and Eita, they are likely from Hanayome. And Christy-sama, the feeling I sense from your mark is the same as theirs. Okay, so we can assume Hanayome also gave the mark to you. Do you recall encountering her? Something weird did happen. Right before I entered the forest, I stepped in the phone box on T Mountain. The phone rang out of nowhere. Oh, it might be because of that. The telephone box in that rest area is also in the rumors of Hanayome. But I didn't pick it up. It creeped me out, so I left. I was never able to give that person one final call because of that. Maybe it's like you still have the intent, so it still gave you the mark. Who are you talking about? It is not for children to know. It is an affair. It also called NTR. Fine. So there are other phone boxes like that? I think so. There are 3 that Hanayome will call from. The one we went to in the E Highway parking lot is one. And one is at T Mountain rest area. That's the one Miss Christie went to. And, Eito, where's the last one? At the park by T apartment complex. It's all T. It's the only one inside the city. But why just those 3 locations? Don't know, the BBS I heard didn't say. Mister? Do you really think Hanayome is the one who gave us the marks? Of course. But the rumors about Hanayome go back 5 years. And no one's ever mentioned that if you call her, you'll get a mark. Suzu's right. Rumors about this mark thing only popped up super recently. And we've only been hunting super recently too. Unless Yashiki was already hunting before all of this happened. So you're saying Hanayome hasn't always been giving out the mark? If that's true, I wonder what triggered the change. Of course, I can't really say, seeing as I don't know anything about the spirits. A ghost helping people find what they're looking for. That's pretty strange. Definitely the definition of ghost story. Hey, Yashiki-san. If those rumors are true, Why don't we try asking her where the stolen statues are? Whoa. If we return them to their places, it might just save our lives. But why though? What's the connection? Search for the Buddha statues. If Christie is right, we might be able to escape the mark without fighting a spirit. Mary, what do you think? A good question. Objects with human forms are easily able to gain inexplicable powers. Bleeding stone statues, cursed dolls. There are many examples. Like me, I'm a cursed doll too. Historical statues of gods and Buddhas would certainly be no exception. Asking Hanayome about them would be a good idea. So says the doll before our eyes that has the inexplicable power to talk. Maybe it wouldn't be strange that Buddha statues could bring down a divine wrath. Yashiki-sama, may I add? As I explained previously, your mark is... It is different from the others. It is not from Hanayome, I guess. Vanquishing spirits may seem to weaken your mark's power. It's been several days since she told me that I was going to die. Taking care of the spirits we encountered is likely how I'm still among the living. What if I'm already dead though? What are you trying to say? I cannot say the relationship between your mark and Hanayome is. But it is true, it is in your best interest to track down spirits. That's why we became the spirit hunter. I hope we will guide these mark bearers this evening as well. I can't really picture Christie and Eita facing off against the spirit by themselves. If they failed, then a child would suffer the deadly consequences. That would weigh heavily on me. No turning back. I'll figure something out. Thank you. Mary bows her head slightly. Now, you should begin investigating Hanayome. Why does she only call from 3 public phones within each city? Her secret may lie in the answer. You visited the parking lot already. Please investigate T Mountain and the park by T Apartment Complex. Rumors of Hanayome. At the end of the 90s, online infrastructure has advanced the popularity of a certain widely used BBS. Hanayome is an urban legend that sprung up from that BBS. It goes as follows. Certain telephone booths in each city will let you talk to ghosts. If you go inside one and wait, the phone will suddenly ring. Pick it up, and you will hear a strange lip-smacking noise. A woman will ask, "Have you seen it?" Rumors say you're supposed to reply with, "I haven't seen it." She'll respond with, "What do you want to see?" Someone actually followed the instructions and was able to find the missing pet. What a strange tale. A lot of people are interested in this ghost, wanting to find things or people who become lost, but not a single one has ever mentioned getting a mark from her. But the circumstances seem to imply that the spirit gave the mark to Eita and Suzu. Plus, why is the spirit called a bride? If she appears as a bride, then someone must have seen her. 3 phone boxes in each city lets you speak with a ghost. One seems to be the one Eita and Suzu used. It shouldn't take long to reach the other 2 by car. I'm concerned about the statues stolen from each shrine too. If Hanayome really can tell us where they are, that would save us a lot of time. There's only one way to find out. Oh yeah, now we can choose a partner. I kinda wanna take Christie again. No, I kinda wanna take someone else. But I feel like Christie is the most useful. Like these 2 are not gonna be... I mean, in the previous conversation they said that Christie and Eita are gonna be useless. So I guess we go with Suzu. Yeah, let's go with Suzu. Also, let's check out their profile. Suzu Morimiya, a young girl who called Hanayome to ask her something and received a mark. She was raised in a complicated household and is extremely mature. The only thing childish about her is her love of animals. That's not even childish at all. Like, what do you mean? Eita Nakamatsu. Self-employed, or so he says. An occult maniac who's addicted to BBSs. He met Suzu through the reader's column in OOP Arts Monthly, and she idolizes him like a big brother for whatever reason. This is the beginning of the hottest summer in the life of Ada, age 33. Wait, why is he crying? He's not mad. Where do we go? Rest area? Park? Wait, I thought we can go to the apartment. I guess we go to the park then. Because we already checked the rest area, right? Okay, let's check the park then. I see this is the apartment complex. Right. This looks like the apartment complex area. I see a small park tucked between all of the looming apartment buildings. There's no one here. I guess everyone's already asleep. I mean, the lights are on. I'm sure that's the telephone booth from the rumors. Rumors say that the phone is supposed to ring if you wait by it for a while. I'm guessing waiting outside doesn't count. Yeah, I think you're right. When I called her, it didn't ring until I went inside. But the booth is too small for 2 people, so I'm gonna have to go do it then. Either I or Suzu will have to go in. Should I go in? No, I'm gonna go in. I can't stand around and make a kid do this. Oh, okay. It's cramped inside and almost impossible to move around at all. I'd be a sitting duck if the spirit attacked me while I'm in here. The clouded glass makes it hard to see the outside. That just makes me more nervous. This is such a cool fucking shot. It's green. I mean, I feel like they have like a lot of themes. Like the previous one, it's a lot of blue in there. I don't remember the Hanahiko one, but this one is now color green, right? I wonder. I'm trying to remember what was the color with Hanahiko. Was it also green? I wonder how long I have to wait until the phone rings. To pass the time, I glance around at the inside of the booth. There's a poster attached to the window. A young woman kidnapped. A young local woman was kidnapped close to this location. If you were a witness to this crime, please notify the police, MPD. This is dated 5 years ago. Oh, what happened 5 years ago? I feel like the Honeybee family, Hanahiko, and now Hanayome. Something happened 5 years ago. Looks like something terrible happened here. Oh, there's the ring. It's Hanayome. The phone begins to ring. I hesitantly reach out and pick it up. There it is. The only sound I hear is the dial tone. No one is speaking. What's going on? There's the question. Oh, there's the mouth smacking. Suddenly, there's a strange noise. Crunching, smacking, like the sound of saliva as someone chews. Did you see it? Tucked in the smacking is a woman's voice. The voice is creepy, cold, and chills me down to the bone. Is this Hanayome? Did you see it? Question mark? She asks a second time. The rumors mention that I should say, I haven't seen... this is the one, right? I haven't seen it. Very seriously, I say, I haven't seen it. She's gonna ask, what do you want to see? Yep. What do you want to see? Question mark? It's going exactly as the rumor said. Hanayome is supposed to tell you the location of whatever you're looking for. Christy told me to ask about the Buddha statues that were stolen from each shrine. I'll give it a try. Buddha statues. Lord Buddha, doesn't your arm already have the mark of the Buddha? Oh, mark of the Buddha. So the death mark is the mark of the Buddha? Tell me, you want a new Buddha? Why are you doing that? Tell me. Well, tell me. 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 Okay, I'm getting tired of tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Yep. Why did you scream at me? The line goes dead. The woman's scream is still ringing in my ears. I feel sick. It must be because of my brush with that blood-curdling insanity. Why didn't she answer my question? What was different from when the others asked? I guess because we already have the mark, and asking her gave the mark, right? The mark on my arm burns dully, like it's reminding me it exists. Maybe this is why she was acting strangely. And she did say something to the effect that Buddha gave me this mark. Was she just too insane to differentiate between Buddha and a monstrous spirit? Or Buddha, divine rat, yeah. Buddha gave this mark. Is this mark really the work of divine rat from the Buddha statues? I wait a while longer, but the phone doesn't ring again. There's no point in staying here. That went quite well. Although useless, we're still alive though. As soon as I leave the booth, Suzu comes up to me. You don't look good. Did something happen in there? I tell Suzu about my conversation with Hanayomi. She was a hysteric woman. I wonder what's going on. She answered my question okay, because you didn't have the mark before. Suzu's brow furrows in confusion. Do you want to see about that other telephone box? Maybe some clues are there. Or you can try one more time there. There's no time to get lost in thought. The last phone booth is at the T-Mountain rest area in the other direction. We'll head there after stopping at the mansion. It's probably wise to ask Mary what she knows since it's on the way. Second phone box. In the phone booth is a poster looking for info on a crime that happened nearby. The phone rings while I'm distracted. Just like the rumors, when I pick up, a woman answers, smacking her lips. But I can't get the info on the statues from her. For some reason, she's behaving differently from what we were told to expect. There's one more telephone booth. We better check it out too. So, we're going back, right? We need to talk to Mary. Tell her what happened. I tell Mary what happened at the phone box. You say Hanayomi acted strangely. She called the spirit that cursed you with your mark Buddha. I cannot say I know what she saw. But from what she said, she will likely not respond to your question. That does not mean she does not understand you, however. Use any method available to obtain as much information as you can. So we're gonna use Suzu then. We're gonna make her call Hanayomi. Let's go to the rest area. I guess we have to let Suzu call. The phone booth stands solitary on the edge of the vacant rest area. An endless sea of trees stand behind it. Christy must have run to the forest after she heard the phone ring. A dog. I can hear a dog howl from nearby. It almost sounds sad, but I'm probably just imagining it. I feel like that dog's calling someone. I think it's looking for its master. Do you think that's Hanayomi's dog? You understand it? Kind of, yeah. We have a dog at home too. And that one's not a regular dog. It's a Cerberus. What do you mean? I'm pretty sure it's a Cerberus. A spirit? What the fuck do you mean? A spirit or ghost or something. Oh, oops. I'm only supposed to talk about that stuff with my mom's friends. Why the fuck do you have a ghost dog? People will think I'm weird if I do. But you understand, don't you? Y- yeah. Why the fuck do you have a ghost dog? Can she sense the supernatural? So she has powers like Mary then. I'd always felt something was different about her from the start. Anyway, mister, I think that's the telephone booth that's in the Hanayome rumors. Well, now that I'm here, I still have no idea why Hanayome hung up on me. I followed the rumors exactly. Where did I go wrong? I scratched my head. Hmm. Don't adhere to the gossip. Defy it. Oh, okay. So let's tell her that we have seen it, right? Suddenly, I hear that strange voice again. Gossip. In other words, the rumors. What will happen if I don't follow the rumors? Suzu, go back to the car. There's something I want to try, but it might end up backfiring on me. Okay. Please be careful, mister. Oh, wait one sec. I have a message from Eita. Oh? Yeah, he says there's new info on Hanayome. Here it is. Suzu hands me a note written by Eita. Don't talk about eyes or things like it when you're on the phone with Hanayome. If the call goes sideways somehow, don't say I, okay? Best to avoid anything that even sounds like I. What? Don't say I. So that's a rumor. I should say I then. There's nothing else? No, that's all. But Eita said that he was sure it would help. I'll keep it in mind. Suzy returns to the car. Time to call Hanayome. I step inside and wait for the phone to ring. There's a poster in this booth too. Just like the one at the park, this looks like it's been here for a few years. Help our investigation. On the night of February 8, 1990 something, an assault took place in the forest nearby. If anyone has info on this case, please notify each police department. February 8, 5 years ago. I think the poster I saw in the park had the same exact date. Coincidence? I think not. There's the call. The phone rings. I grab the receiver and slowly pick it up. There's the mouth sounds. Stop smacking your lips. When you eat, do you guys also smack your lips like that? I mean, that kind of annoys the shit out of me. That's why I don't get like ASMR mukbangs or some shit like that. I don't fuck with it. I hear a noise like someone's chewing gum from the other end of the phone. An icy cold voice speaks. Did you see it? Question mark. I saw it. You saw it, didn't you? You saw that thing of me. What did I see? You're fucking... I'm not gonna continue that. The voice cuts off. Okay. Something outside collides violently with the glass of the boot, but I can't see it. It's a fucking handprint. Fucking idiot. Live or die. Tell me, how did you see it? With your own eyes or eyeglasses? A telescope? Huh. Let's go with telescope. Okay, so I should follow Eita to not talk about eyes, right? It sounds like something's searching around outside the phone box. Oh, here she comes. I wanna see it. You saw it. You said you saw it. What color? A beautiful color. Red, pink, green? Huh. I think it was red. Oh. Oh, that was wrong. Wait, why was it wrong? You saw it. What kind of person are you? What's important to you? Your dreams? Romance? Love? Which do you choose? Oh my god, I have no. Let's go with romance. Okay. Oh my god. What was the color then? What was the answer to that? Okay, we survived. But what was the color? Like, they did not say anything about that. The phone goes dead. The next I know, the bloody handprint is gone, and so is the ominous presence. The questions she asked me were strange. She was particularly anxious about what I had seen. I think I did a good job not mentioning anything like eyes in my answers. Overly conscious over being seen. Maybe that's where her secret lies. Or maybe that's why she has a veil too. I exit the booth and Suzu rushes up to me. My mark suddenly started hurting. Did something happen? I tell Suzu about what happened in the telephone booth. I wonder what that was about. Guess there's no way she'd know the answers. Huh. There's something on the ground. Sure enough, there's a folded up piece of paper lying near the booth. Looks like a piece of stationery. I don't think I was there before I went into the phone box. I pick up the paper and open it. To Seiko. Who the fuck is Seiko? I'll dispel all of your heartache. So forget that horrible incident and take your quiet rest up in heaven. Is Seiko Hanayome? An incident. The posters I saw in the telephone booths mentioned something like that too. Could they be connected? I ask Suzu what they think. Is it a coincidence or... Suzu worries at her lip. We've gone to all the boxes now, so should we go back? I want to share all this with Eita and Miss Christie. Yeah. We should probably head back for now. The third phone box. Okay, wait. I want to check if I get it wrong. Would I get a CG or some shit? But first, I need to read the third phone box. Hanayome's acting even more strangely than before. She seems anxious about being seen or eyes in general. It's impossible to be sure since it's only over the phone. Plus, the note we found outside the booth is disconcerting. To Seiko, I'll dispel all of your heartache, so forget that horrible incident and take your quiet rest up in heaven. Let's load up and check to see what would happen if we fail the live or die. Now let's try... Yep, red was wrong, right? Yep, we die here. I wonder if there's a CG. Suddenly the phone goes dead. There it is. Someone knocks on the glass door. Is something wrong? Are you okay? Is that a stranger passing by? I guess they're wondering about what's going on with me. It's a relief to hear a normal person's voice. Yeah, sorry. It's nothing really. There it is, Hanayome. This is fucking cool. As I'm turning around, I feel the door of the booth violently fly open. Two dark shadowy arms are the last things in my eyes see. The image are burned into my retinas. Okay, so that's the fucking bad ending. I'm glad they did the CG. I'm glad they did that. There's like a separate CG if you fail the live or die. Let's go back to the mansion and we'll probably end right there. Oh, welcome back. Christie's there in the garage. She's going through the files full of articles on criminal cases. How did the investigation go? Suzu and I tell Christie what we discovered. I see. I can see Christie's mind working. Hey, Yashiki-san, you know those posters in that bit of stationery you found? Could they be linked to Hanayome? She might have been someone who was caught up in the incident and killed. And if that's the case, then she glances over at the files. She knows something? The dates were 5 years ago, right? Yeah, everything that happened was 5 years ago. Then there might be an article on what happened here in these files. Let's get Eita to help out too. Go, get a move on. All four of us begin reading through the files. The clippings range from the smallest dispute to the most heinous crime in H City. But they're all dated 5 years ago or earlier. Did they get stored in the garage because they're so old? After a while, I think I found it. The date matches up the poster, and the victim's name is Seiko. Suzu lays the file out on the desk, and we all peer at it. Oh, there she is. Wait, the file that has articles about that incident that happened 5 years ago. Was that the bride? The victim's name was Seiko Hasegawa. Apparently, she committed suicide in the forest by H. Castle on the eve of her wedding. So she was in her wedding dress then. She was in her Yup, she was in her dress when she was found. Suzu, you probably shouldn't read anymore. It's pretty bad. Thanks, Eita. But I want to know more about Hanayome. I feel like I need to do this. She's cringing, but she sounds determined. Between this and sneaking out at night, she's a surprisingly brave kid. It's rather odd for someone her age. I remember now. This happened back when I used to be a news anchor. How long was she like fired? Christy mutters just loud enough to hear. Then, do you know the whole story? It was horrible. It's hard to recount. A woman was abducted by a gang while she was walking her dog. Oh, that's why there's a dog too. They brought her to the forest and assaulted her. People found her battered and staggering along the road next day. The dog was run over and killed near the forest when it chased after it. Oh no, that's fucked up. That's horrifying. Yeah, but that wasn't the end of Seiko Hasegawa's misfortune. Oh no. Eita somberly cuts in. His usual grin is nowhere to be found. It's well known in some circles, but her assault was photographed. Oh no. The pictures were sent to her fiancé. They threatened to make them public if he didn't pay up. I heard he gave them a ton of money to get the photos and the negatives. That's fucked up. Is that true, Christy? Yeah, I heard that as well. Because of all that, Miss Seiko had a mental breakdown, and in the end, she hung herself. She'd been a serious, honest woman, so she just couldn't bear it all. Oh no. The cruel fate of a woman attacked before her wedding. We fall silent as that reality weighs on us. Suzu timidly speaks up, her face pale. Maybe there's a connection between what happened to Miss Hasegawa and Hanayome's phone boxes. Hasegawa is Hanayome. According to the article, the incidents that wrecked her life took place near each phone box. Oh, okay, yeah, so Hasegawa is Hanayome. She was abducted by the park and assaulted by the rest area. She was found wandering near the parking lot by A highway. The phone booths connect Hanayome and Seiko Hasegawa. The coincidence sends a shiver down my spine. So, that note we found by the telephone booth, did Seiko's fiancé write it? Most likely. What's strange is that it was there, and not where she committed suicide. Yeah. Why? Did Hanayome put it there? Maybe she was telling us something, or she wants us to help her then. I have no clue how spirits think, but if Suzu's right, then that note is an important clue for us. I seem to recall Miss Seiko's fiancé was a famous musician. As a result, the case was widely publicized at the time. It happened right after they returned from a romantic trip to Greece. Old ladies were sobbing about how it made it all the more tragic. And the poor dog they brought on the trip died heroically as well. No, not the dog though. Where's the fiancé now? He's dead too. Yeah, by the looks of it, he's dead. He began acting strange due to the shock and then went missing. Some say her suicide was to follow him. But he wasn't the only one who disappeared. It sounds like all of the culprits went missing too. You hear about that online too? Well, something like that. The internet wasn't the same back then. There were only hubs. Pornhub. Hubs like pre-internet chat rooms? Kinda like forums. Everyone was talking about it on the occult hubs back then. There was more than one person in the community who knew way too much. I think he was one of the culprits. Oh no. Good for them, dude. Like, they need to... Hanayoma needs to act vengeance upon those culprits. He brought up a bunch of things like taking pictures and all that. And I bet those were the pictures of the assault. Yeah, that's right. After they were finished, those assholes got a camera out and took pictures of her face soaked with tears. Oh no. The whole time she yelled, "Don't look, don't look." Don't look, huh? Hanayome has an extreme reaction to being seen by others. He kept going on about it, night after night, until he suddenly stopped posting. Hanayome got her revenge. People who knew him said they all couldn't contact him at all. Those guys deserve to die, but it's still really creepy, you know? Yeah, they did deserve that. Suddenly, a line from the note pops into my head. "I'll dispel all of your heartache." What does that mean? Hey, Christy, do you happen to know exactly where in the forest Seiko killed herself? I was reported at the time, so I did go to the location. But that was 5 years ago, so I don't remember exactly. I feel like I went west from that big arch at the entrance. So, you're really going to go? Of course I am. You might be able to figure out something about Hanayome. Okay, mister, should I take him? Should I take Suzu or Christy? I think I'm gonna take Christy. I'll do my best. Let's check out our memos. The garage shelves contain files on accidents and crimes within each city, from decades old to just a few years ago. We all search through them and find a case with a victim named Seiko Hasegawa. The person mentioned in the note, the details of her case are sickening. The victim was abducted by a group as she was walking her dog in the forest while awaiting her wedding day. She was found by a phone booth along the highway the next day. But that's not all. The culprits photographed the assault and blackmailed her fiancé with photos for money. A few days later, all of this stress caused her to kill herself. Her fiancé went missing afterward, with people believing he also committed suicide. Christy investigated the case back then. She says the fiancé was a famous musician. To Seiko, "I'll dispel all of your heartache." Those words bother me. But there's something else too, and that's the fact that the culprits also went missing after she died. Do you think the husband took it upon himself to get the culprits? This ghastly case is still unable to gain full closure. The phone box that guided us to the case, the fact that the woman who hung herself wore a wedding dress, the connections to the forest by H. Castle. The other mark bearers won't like it, but we need to go back to the forest. But why am I so sure of that? Okay, now we kind of know a little bit about Hanayome. I think it's a good time to end it there. So yeah, Hanayome is definitely Seiko Hasegawa, who was assaulted and got blackmailed. Then she couldn't bear it all, so she committed unalive. And now she's I don't know why she's targeting the phone booths though. So yeah, that's part 1 of chapter 3. Again, this was Obara. Thank you for watching and I'll see you soon.